Hey there, crafty friends on YouTube. I have missed you guys so much. Happy holidays. We are in the best time ever to craft, and you guys know this. This video is different. I want to give you guys a lot of small business advice that I think is important. This could definitely be like a part one. I'll give you guys my general tips and tricks, and then maybe with whatever questions you have in the comments, we'll do like a part two, part three, part four, however we need to do it. I just really want to give this back to my YouTube community because I know so many of us crafters always dream of kind of putting our art and our crafts into our own small business. And I just want to let you guys know that it is 1000% doable. So welcome to this episode. We're going to be talking everything small business tips. So let's get right into it. Sponsor of today's video is Brevo, which I am so excited to share with you guys. I actually recorded a little small snip that we're going to get into right now. But this one is especially for all of you who are already small business owners that either sell on Etsy, Marketplace, wherever you sell from. You have your own website, whatever. This is like an all-in-one website that really helps you keep all of your customers together and keep them coming back, like returning customers. So let's start with that, and then right after that clip, then we'll get into some more tips and tricks. You guys already know that I love sharing everything DIY and crafty on this channel, but something that I noticed that I don't talk enough about is how I really run the behind the scenes of all of my crafty channels and my small business. Especially when it comes to a small business, this is how you really keep your customers coming back. Remember, crafty friends, a returning customer is always the best customer. From selling online to keeping up with my customers, staying organized is crucial, and definitely connecting with your customers is even more crucial. Remember, your small business is nothing without your customers. I want to introduce you guys to a really good tool that I've learned and I've used over the past year. Before I found Brevo, I was all over the place. Just consider me a hot crafty mess. I was all over the place with my emails, my DMs, my reminders. It just gets too much to handle sometimes, being realistic. But now I definitely leveled up because I only use one platform to help me with all of this. I use Brevo to send emails, to even schedule SMS campaigns, to track my customer interaction, and to just really stay connected with my customers in general. Brevo truly makes it feel like I have a whole marketing team when in reality it's just me. In my craft room, wearing pajamas and baggy shirts like I always do, holding my glue gun and my Cricut vinyl. A lot of really cool things that Brevo does offers, like this email drag and drop editor, a contact list or segmentation, a dashboard with campaign performances, automations, or like flows and setup, which I think is amazing. I especially love the automation features because it's kind of like sending a welcome email as soon as a customer joins my list. Or even better yet, reminding my potential customers and my regular customers when I have a new drop. Or in my case, like a new tutorial, a new DIY guide, even a digital freebie. It just keeps my customers and my audience together with me. If you're a small business owner, a Etsy seller, a content creator, an influencer, whatever you are, Brevo is for you. And the best part is I'm going to have a special code for you. So if you do want to sign up and give them a try, make sure to type in Anny, ANNY, to save up to 50% on their starter plan and even their standard plans as well for a whole 3 months. Crafty friends and fellow small business owners, make sure to click that link in the description below. I'll give you the exact link to go on to Brevo and type in that code. You're welcome. I told you guys that was great. I'm telling you guys, Brevo is so amazing. If you're a small business owner, definitely make sure to check it out. You will thank me later. You're welcome. But okay, let's get right into it. So you guys know that I'm currently working on a Thanksgiving huge dinner for my family. So I've been crafting a lot lately. You guys have definitely been seeing me more active on my shorts and my TikToks and stuff. But let's get into small business because this is a topic that I absolutely love talking about. First things first, if you're watching this video, that means that you are already interested in creating your own small business, or you already have a small business but you want to kind of do things a little bit better, or maybe try to see some different type of results or progress, right? So whoever you are, you're already in the right place and you're already doing step one, which is trying to improve yourself. The number one question that I get all the time is, where is the best platform to sell your crafts? Okay, so you guys know I've been in the game for a while and I will always say the same thing. If you are truly brand new when it comes to selling your crafts, I will always and forever recommend Etsy. I know that this is a very controversial subject because a lot of people don't suggest Etsy because of their fees, their listing fees, transaction fees. But we gotta be realistic here, okay? Not everybody is gonna launch a website and it's gonna boom overnight, especially if you're not on social media, if you're not promoting yourself, marketing, advertising yourself. You know, Etsy is kind of like a search engine. It's kind of like a Google, but for gifts, right? And what's really good about Etsy is that there's so many millions and millions and millions of shoppers every single day that are constantly shopping and searching for things. And instead of it being like a Google engine that a whole bunch of different, like, I don't know, websites pop up, listings with pictures of whoever is selling whatever is gonna pop up in that search engine. Let me just break this down. So let's say that we're like getting to March, April, which we know that Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up. Let's say that I have this beautiful little notebook as one of my listings. I'm selling this to customers who want a gift for their Teacher Appreciation Week, right? And it could be customized, as you guys can see here. Now, the good thing about Etsy is that you don't need experience when it comes to like building your own shop online. It's very easy to follow. It's like a template style that you just add your pictures. Remember, good quality pictures is everything. Add your pictures, your listings, your SEO tags, you put your price in there, and people will find you. You don't have to spend money on Etsy for ads. I am so anti that. Like, never throw money in Etsy just for that. You just need to know how to do things smart. I have like a whole series on this YouTube channel of how to really build your Etsy from the top to the bottom. And I really want you guys to check that out if that's something that you're interested in. To summarize my very long-winded question, I think Etsy is always a great starter. Once you're more established, of course, I want you to get your own website. There's less fees that you're paying, but now you already have some type of volume of customers coming in. Maybe your Instagram is booming. Maybe your marketing, whatever you're doing, your TikTok is doing great, and you could direct your customers to your personal website. Go for it. But not everybody starts off like that, and we do have to be realistic. Another very common question I get all the time is, how much money do you need for a startup? And unfortunately, I have a very vague answer for you, okay? It depends on what you're selling. Maybe you're somebody selling something like this. This is not a super high like ticket item. So my startup costs are not going to be that expensive, but just know that you need to start small. Don't go crazy. Just because you see on TikTok, on social media, you know, small business owner that have all the latest gadgets and this and that, that doesn't mean that you have to run and do that. Just whatever you plan on selling, at least having 5 or 10 of those items in stock. Because here's the thing. Let's say that you put your listing up and it's a beautiful listing. You used all your SEO tags and you did great with your pictures. And what if that blows up? Or what if you post a TikTok and that thing blows up and then you don't have enough quantity to be supplying and shipping out orders? That's why I always say at least save up enough to make at least 5 or 10 of whatever craft that you're making. I have heard like crazy things, like people need like $5,000 to start up their own, you know, crafty small business. No, you do not. Listen to me very well. And please look at my series, okay? Another question I get all the time is people who tell me, will I ever make it as a small business owner if I'm not on social media? So I think my answer has changed over the years. So here's the thing. I know not everybody is social media savvy. I get it, 1,000%. But you need to market your small business somewhere, okay? If you do it just through Etsy, you know, you could definitely cross your fingers, make sure you're really using your SEO listings and tags. But just know that best approach ever is definitely opening up your Etsy shop and having at least an Instagram, at least a TikTok. You don't have to have them all. Just maybe have one and post your content of you making it, of it, the final product, you shipping it. Social media is great in a way, guys. Your Instagram page or your TikTok page or whatever platform you want to use is your marketing and advertising for your small business. Like once you realize that and that goes in your head, you would understand how important that is. That's kind of like think about it like you're running free commercials for your own small business. That is your social media page. I have actually been really thinking about going to a really deep dive series I want to create for this channel of how to like promote your small business on social media, and like a really breakdown, like beginner friendly. But I don't know if you guys really want that, but let me know in the comments if you guys would be excited for that. But to summarize my very long-winded answer again, I will tell you that TikTok, at least for me, changed the game when it came to my small crafty business. If it wasn't for that TikTok post, I don't think I would be where I'm at right now. And I think that has a lot to say. Another very popular question is taxes. Like, what do I do if I own a small business? Like, how does this work? Do I need an LLC? Do I need a S Corp? Everything depends on the state that you're in. For example, I'm in Florida. What made more sense for me, since I do work a 9 to 5, is I did an S corp, but that's my certain situation. Maybe that's not the same for you, right? So the best advice that anybody that truly cares about you is going to tell you is to at least get a CPA. Have somebody help you organize what you want to do. You know, maybe because you don't want to go ahead and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars of opening up licenses and doing all these things when maybe you didn't even really need to do that. I cannot recommend enough to find yourself a good CPA. Now, listen to what I said. Find yourself a good CPA. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know my situation that happened with the first CPA that I tried to go see, that he pretty much like laughed at my idea of my small business, and sucks for him because he really lost a really good client. But then right after him, I found my CPA that I currently have now for the past 3 years already, and he is absolutely wonderful, and he's the one that keeps me sane. I meet with him twice a year. He tells me, you know, where is everything going. He helps me organize my taxes, make sure that I'm on track. I cannot recommend that enough. Never think that your business is too small to go into a CPA and at least get a first look, an introduction session, or just give them your numbers in general. But in reality, when it comes to, for example, like Etsy, you don't necessarily have to have a business as soon as you open it. If you wanted to just sell from your social security number, like a personal thing, you could do that starting off, which is what I did. But then obviously when the sales started coming in, the revenue started coming in, I knew I had to take care of business and literally take care of my taxes. So that's why I went and got a CPA, which honestly, I probably wish I did that since day one. So sorry, I know this video is getting a little bit long. I don't want to bore you guys too much, but here's another really touchy subject that I feel like I get asked a lot all the time, and there's never like a really clear answer to this. I had somebody on one of my TikTok posts tell me, I don't know how to start a small business without me feeling as if I'm gonna fail and I'm wasting my time. Listen, I understand you. I think all of us run into those fears when we first start. I feel like starting a small business is kind of like a roller coaster. First, you're going up because you're so excited. You have all these amazing ideas. You get hopeful. You're like, oh my God, this is going to go great. Like, I have the best idea ever. And then when you start like actually executing that idea, I feel like some of us start going on a slope, like the what ifs start happening. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't sell anything? I'm holding your hand when I say this. I need you to cut that out. If I did a what if to myself 4 years ago, again, I wouldn't be here today. We all have the scaries, trust me, but God does not give you a good idea for no reason, okay? And I want you guys to really run with that. Listen to me very clearly. I'm gonna get closer to you guys too. Let me be your sign to start up that small business. If it has ever crossed your mind, if it's something that's been lingering in your mind, I want you to start up your small business, okay? Give yourself a chance. If you don't believe in yourself, then who else will? With that said, I am opening the comment section below. I want you guys to ask all the questions that you have. I don't care if it's personal. I don't care if it's business related. I don't care if it's craft related or a mixture of all three together. I don't care. I'm here for you guys. I definitely want to like create more sessions like this. I just really want to help somebody out there. So definitely make sure to leave a comment down below. I love you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. And I hope you're following up with me on all of my Thanksgiving trends that I have going on TikTok and Instagram. It's been so much fun. So definitely make sure that you're following me on those two platforms too, because that's where I post like my daily like short form videos are a lot of fun. Love you guys and see you very, very soon.